Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here and welcome back to World of Warcraft The Burning Crusade Classic. We are out at the Zoramgar outpost today, at the far western side of Ashenvale Forest. So I've run us all the way out here. It was quite a run. It felt like it took about 20 minutes, but I didn't time it. And we do have a bunch of quests to pick up here. Let's see, Muglosh wants us to... Oh, he wants us to escort him. Suggested number of players 2. We are not going to do that right now.
What do you need?
Let's see what Karang Amakar wants. Take down 8 Thistlefur Avengers and 8 Thistlefur Shaman. Most are located east of Zoram Strand and Thistlefur Village. So they're having a little bit of a Thistlefur problem. We need to go slay some east of here.
Strength.
It's very, very specific, seeing as how the entire zone is east of here. But I think they're going to be right in this uncovered, unrevealed area on the map.
Hey there.
Genu Sakria wants us to bring him 20 sapphires of Aku Mai. Within the beginning tunnels of the Blackfathom Deeps, large sapphire clusters can be found along the cave walls. Recently, it was noted that the Naga were harvesting the crystals. Until it can be discerned why, I sense we should stop the Naga from succeeding. So this is Blackfathom Depths. Will we ever find a group to do that? Or any other at-level dungeons? I don't know. It's been hard to look for groups for anything except level 60 plus content, honestly. Among the ruins, the Twilight's Hammer has moved into the Moonshrine ruins of Blackfathom Deeps. Their presence can only serve to coerce the elements into working against us. If left unchecked, this region will be theirs for good. Go into BFD and find the ruins Fathomstone. It should be somewhere close in the water. Okay, another BFD quest. I'm hoping some of these quests give us something to do, you know, in this area.
Relax.
8 troll charms. Chest in Thistlefur Hold. At the end of Thistlefur Village. So once we go into the village, we need to clear all the way to the back to get troll charms for Mitsuha here.
Later.
How you doing, man?
And then what do we have here? Naga at the Zoram Stand. There is evil lurking here along the coast. It is the resting place of the doomed city of Zoram, long destroyed and submerged beneath the seas, lost and nearly forgotten. Now the Naga have returned, and for what reason we do not know. But reason matters little. We must defend the land we have worked so hard to claim as our own. Return with 20 Naga heads.
Stay away from the voodoo.
I could do that. 20 Naga heads, coming right up. So we'll do the Naga first, and then we will head to the east and do the Thistlefur Furbolgs and the Troll Charms that are back in their hold area. Inventory is full. Inventory is indeed full. Please let there be a vendor here. I think there was at least a food vendor. And at least we didn't get too far away.
Relax.
I'm going to sell these pages. I'm not going to be doing this quest, so... I don't do the page collecting quests. They take up too much space in the inventory, and the experience reward is not really worth the inconvenience. I'd rather just do a couple other quests somewhere else to make up for it. So yeah, we're not going to worry about those. Yeah, we didn't really make a ton of room, unfortunately. I need to bank some of these things, like the linen I need to bank. Yeah, I need to hit a bank. That is true. I do need to get us over to Orgrimmar at one point because I forgot to get the flight point there, so maybe after I log out today I will do that. You're a Myrmidon. I'm assuming you drop ahead as well, or at least that you have a chance to do that. I don't know what's going on with the ambient noise here, but I kind of love it. It's really ominous. I feel like Cthulhu is going to rear his head out of the ocean at any minute. We need some mana. Let's go ahead and eat and drink. I kind of want to explore some of these little islands, even though I know there's not going to be anything interesting on them. Still would like to explore them anyway. What are we in combat with? Well, that's a little bit weird and slightly annoying. Let's see if we can just run a little bit and drop out of combat with whatever we're stuck in combat with. Is it this guy? Oh, shoot! Wait. How did we get out of this guy's aggro chain? What happened with that? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention at all. It's entirely possible. I feel like places like this would be great places to hide, like, random secret lore. Like, lore that isn't really, like, major world-building stuff, but maybe just, like, a story from a citizen who lived in the city of Zoram. Anything like that to kind of, like, add flavor to the area. Or maybe like visions of the past that show us what happened that led to its downfall, or any kind of like additional lore flavor would be excellent in areas like this. Let's open these clams up before they like completely fill our bags. And we will pause to get a little bit of mana back, because that is the smart thing to do. She Frost Nova'd us, but she didn't blink away or try to get out of our range, so that was kind of useless. That's what we call step 1 thinking. Step 1, freeze the enemy in place. Step 2, question mark, question mark, question mark? Step 3, get killed. Didn't work out for her that well. Maybe she just learned Frost Nova and isn't really sure the most effective way to use it. We can only speculate at this point. Surprisingly, the heads have been like 100% drop rate, haven't they? I don't think we've killed the Naga over here that hasn't dropped a head. And yeah, I'm not complaining about that at all, that's actually amazing, but it's not very typical, so I'm a little bit surprised. Inventory is full of clams. Let's get some mana back really quick. Even though we only have one more to kill, I think we should still have a little bit of mana for that. Would be a good idea. Let's get might back up. That's about to run out on us. That time she ran away. That time she did try to get out of our range. So, okay, some of them are smarter than others. Oh, wait. Outpost is this way. Yeah, I think we do need to head back to the outpost first. We could probably just head out to Thistlefur Village and then come back and turn them all in together, but I do want to be able to sell what's in our bags and try to have as much inventory space as we can. Even if we really also need to hit up a bank, we'll try to do the best we can. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but there has been a survey going around from Blizzard, I guess, about potential Classic Plus content and changes in the future. They're talking about some pretty crazy things, things like having seasons, like with seasonal heroes that you would make, shortening the time to level by significant amounts, increasing gold gains, making bosses in dungeons and raids harder. I'd really love to see some kind of Classic Plus with some kind of seasonal rotation. I think that would be really interesting. We're not going to do his quest now. Let's hit up a vendor. Yeah, I would be really into that. I would love to see increased difficulty, especially in the leveling 5-man dungeons, maybe even increased rewards so that players will want to do the dungeons again. Maybe some changes to prevent low-level boosting. That would be good too. I guess if it's like a fresh server on a seasonal rotation, that gets rid of that concept of like there's going to be high-level boost. Especially if you get in on that. Let's get rid of this stuff. We're probably not going to tank anytime soon, unfortunately. And I need the space. Yeah, I'd really love to see a fresh Classic Plus server with more difficulty, add some dungeons, add some bosses to existing dungeons, make some new content for it. I have to assume that making content for it has to be easier than making new content for retail. So why don't we just do it, you know?
Peace.
And yeah, shorten the amount of time to level by significant amounts. So you can have a 3-month season where people can level up, get to max level, do a bunch of content, make a lot of the content harder, make it new, add armor sets. Like, the sky is the absolute limit. Now that we've had, like, basically a classic that didn't have changes, all those people who were, like, really for no changes have to be satisfied at this point. Yeah, let's get some fresh start Classic Plus servers in the future. I think that'd be amazing. Just the thought that we could roll up a character and be able to get into groups for dungeon content and have it be more difficult, have it be more rewarding. That would be amazing on its own, but they can do so much more with it. And yeah, you could literally go crazy with it. They could open up things that weren't opened up until much later in the game. They could do different class race combinations. You can do racial ability changes in different seasons. And the great thing is, so if you do something in a season, people aren't a fan of it, you do something different in the next season. I think if you had a leveling arc that took somebody 30 or 40 hours to hit max level, that would still be like a satisfying leveling experience, and it wouldn't be 250 hours. And if you're on something, I think we have to go south here and actually get to the entrance, so let's go to the road. If you're on like a 3-month season, or maybe even you're on a 6-month season, let's say you're on a 6-month season, that's more than enough time to spend like 30 or 40 hours leveling a character and then clearing the endgame content and interacting with whatever new things are in that season. Like, to me, the things that I like about Classic, it is the difficulty, and especially just leveling a character, how when you're out in the world, you have to plan your pulls, you can't do anything too stupid, you're not pulling enormous packs and AoEing them down by slamming all your buttons. I like the cadence of the combat better than retail, but I don't like the 250 hours to get to max level. I'm not a fan of that. As an adult human being, with a life and other things that I enjoy, having to do the 250 hours to max is not ideal. Kinda want this tin vein. Where is it? Right over there, we can get that. What I worry about is them doing a Classic Plus, but it not being enough. Like, the plus part not being enough different. Not being enough more. You can't just start a fresh Classic server and say, look, it's a fresh start. You know, that's going to appeal to some people. But unless you have, like, some significant changes, it's not gonna appeal to a lot of people, I don't think. It's not going to appeal to people who have done the 250 hour plus leveling journey already, maybe multiple times. Like, having a fresh start server is not really going to appeal to those people, I don't think. Unless you're introducing significant and interesting changes, new content, new bosses, new gear sets, more difficulty. Do you have any zones that are half finished? Add them in. Add some content to zones that don't have a lot of content. But yeah, that's what I saw in the news yesterday. That was going around. I don't know if a survey means they're actually going to do anything. I don't know. I mean, we got surveys about Burning Crusade Classic long before we got that confirmed, but we kind of all knew that was going to happen eventually anyway. But I feel like they're sitting here with the game. They have lots of people who engage with it. Why wouldn't they try to do something like a Classic Plus eventually, you know? Let's start clearing our way back. I don't really even need to skip too many of these guys. Oh, we need to get all the way to the back to get into the hold. May the respawn gods be kind to us today. Oh, we got so lucky that he didn't get that heal off, especially since we pulled this other guy. Yeah, that was pure luck. We do need to do some things, though. We need to get our health in order here. Let's try to heal up. That was okay. We still have lay on hands, and we might need it. We need to get a couple of actual big hits on this guy. There we go. And he resisted our judgment. Alright, that was close. Oh, we got the logging rope. Oh, good, good. We can start passively collecting all the Warsong supplies. Okay. I don't think I've ever completed the Warsong supplies quest. But I do remember now they said one of the items came from the Thistle Fur. We'll have to keep our eyes out for anything else. Splinter Tree Post has our shipment of saw blades. And Booty Bay has the axes. The oil, we got the rope. The oil was taken by the Satars in Nightrun or Satinar or Xavian. So hopefully just a chance to drop, like this was a chance to drop off any of those enemies. But we will find out later. Now that we know they can heal, or at least the shamans can, we need to be saving our Hammer of Justice for that. We also have Arcane Torrent, which will silence all enemies within 8 yards for 2 seconds. So we need to keep those buttons available to us, at least one of them. Thankfully, they don't seem like they run, so that's good. Oh, the shaman are running. Okay. Definitely gonna have some runners. Got it. We definitely could have bought some more food. That would not have been a bad idea. Especially with how long the cooldown on... I always forget the cooldown on bandaging is not short. You definitely can't bandage after every pull. Maybe after every third pull, if you're moving at a reasonable speed, you'll be able to bandage then, but not every pull. Not every pull you need to, even. Can we get up here? Let's see. We are going to leave that potion out just in case. I have a feeling that we are going to need a potion before all is said and done here. How do we want to manage this? Can we pull this guy out a little ways? Yes, we can. Let's pull him all the way back here. And now I'm thinking that we didn't even bring enough water. We are getting quite mana starved. I wonder if it would be useful to use wisdom instead of having might on ourselves. Or if maybe I shouldn't be bothering to cast Consecration. Should I even be bothering to put up Seal of the Crusader on these shorter combats, or should I just be sticking with Seal of Righteousness for the damage on Judgment? Because right now we have a Judgment that doesn't deal any damage. We just put that debuff so that the enemy takes more holy damage. And then we put up Seal of Righteousness, which deals additional holy damage on our attack swings until we judge it. Then it does flat holy damage, so maybe I don't need to be stacking that. Maybe that's why we're kind of burning through a little bit more mana. I'm going to try to drop Consecration out of the rotation for now. See how that goes. Let's take these guys out. I think there's more in the back, but just in case there's different types back there, let's try to finish these guys off up here. We'll drink a little bit of this milk that we had sitting in our bags. It's probably still good. And I guess we're taking on this bear. Because he's in our way and doesn't appear to be going anywhere else anytime soon. Still plenty of Avengers and Shaman back here if you don't get them all up front. Not a big deal, the place is literally crawling with them. I don't want to be quite that close to the camp. Let's take him back here a ways. Even the heavy wool bandage is not doing a ton. But we're not getting any silk yet. Oh, we are getting silk. Look at that. Okay, so pretty soon we'll be ready to make silk bandages. I'm gonna kill this guy, then take out these 2 shaman. And that'll be the last that we need for that quest. If we have to fight more back in the tunnels, that's absolutely fine. I just don't want to risk not finding any more of these guys than having to fight our way out just to get to them. What I'd like to be able to do is get what we need out of the cave, hearth out, and then we can fly back to Zoramgar Outpost from Splinter Tree Outpost. That is what I would like to do. So let's get the rest of our shaman kills out here. If we can. Take this guy first. I did not get that. Didn't see it in time. Wasn't paying enough attention. That's not good. Let's see if we can pull this guy out before the Avenger paths back. Or he's a Pathfinder. It's not even an Avenger. Let's get him all the way up here. Yeah, see, they become different types back here. There's totemics and ursas as we fight our way into the cave. And if I'm not mistaken, you know, there might actually be an escort quest that somebody has in there to lead them out of the cave. So we will have to see about that. Hopefully we can get it all done and have a nice, easy hearth out.